Okay, this is Pinetown station. That's where we exit. That's where I used to catch my train to work. Most of the town, the busy side of town is this side. All right. That's the old Imperial Hotel. I believe it's a heritage building. It is preserved. And then we're not gonna go through these narrow roads. That side, we'll see it when we come to the main road. That side. I'll keep on saying this side, that side. Let's go this direction. Okay. This company was here, but it was not like this. Because that name seems to ring a bell. They have upgraded or renovated something. Alright, we go to the corner there. Yeah, like you saw, the railway, Durban's railway does have white people who use the trains, especially this Pinetown route, as always had. It's sad to see poor white people. Alright, it's not a poor area as you can see, but yeah. Pinetown is a lovely, lovely area. It's a lovely area, but the sections where I said it is busy, the design is very lovely, but our black people don't want to keep a place neat. I don't understand, especially since the arrival of the other guys. It's courthouse, post office of Pinetown. I just want to show Knowles Spa. That's the head office of Spa in South Africa. Right. Bongani Center. Right. Compton Road. This is Compton Road. I'm just gonna go at the beginning there to show you how taxis from Durban enter Pinetown because that's the main entrance they use. There's another entrance. There's a number of entrances into Pinetown. But the main one, if you're coming to Pinetown CBD, no person going to another direction, is this one. And then I used to work behind this factory. I don't know why would somebody be so busy with liquor at this hour of the day. Alright, that's my train there. That's Compton Road. That's Knowles Bar. That's the landmark of Pinetown. That's the courthouse. That's the factories where I worked. There's an African school down there. Alright. This was a lot of railway lines in 2016, so they've removed it, cleared it. Oh, here, as you can see. I don't know what they're doing here, but maybe they are being short-sighted if they don't leave at least 2 lanes for the trains, because I think in the future they're gonna need to add this railway line back to what do you call that place, towards Kettle Ridge. I don't know what happened here. I don't know. This is wrong. How is this allowed? Are people supposed to be walking here? The African school is down here. Oh, I love the school there. That place, as it is called, Endalini, they basically tend to sell second-hand stuff, be it furniture or whatsoever, at obviously discounted prices and the likes. So the train from Durban, the taxi from Durban enters through here. So I used to climb off where that van is stopped and then walk around to work. And then I just want to show you the Mercedes dealership down the road, and then we go back. Let's head off to a school. So it's an Afrikaans medium school. Alright. It was supposed to be. You know, the ANC guys, they are trying to kill the Afrikaner culture, same way they are trying to kill the Zulu culture. Unfortunately, Boere are too racist to appreciate that they are not the only ones who are being targeted for extinction. All powerful nations, all people who are proud of their nation, of their nationality, are all targeted. So therefore, even us as the Zulu people, as the Zulu people, we are also targeted, which is why we're having endless problems. Look like the Mercedes dealership closed. I can appreciate over the years. That's Wiring Park. That's where I used to work. That's where I used to work. That's where Jennings Food is located. Yeah, if I was to go in there, they would recognize me. But you know what? Let me fight for myself as a black man. And let's not bother white people with anything, you know. So the Mercedes dealership did close. That building is very nice. It was selling posh Mercedes-Benz there. I suspect it never opened after 2020, that one. But I was working here. Let me go across. It closed, no longer operational. That's the one there. Training and trade test. What? Oh, that's what it has become. That fell off there. That's Wiring Park. That's where I used to work. All right. I'm just laughing. I'm actually wearing the Brad's uniform. Cape wash. It wasn't intentional. There's the bench. I don't know, maybe for relaxation for the elderly when they were waiting for whatever at this corner. But Devon has always cared. Alright. The landmark there, like I said. Let's try. Yeah, I'm wearing Cape Wash uniform. It wasn't intentional. I guess their hard workers are working hard then, as they did in Johannesburg, to pull out these barriers and leave us without protection. Compton, we're gonna use the major main roads because I've got limited storage space. So that would be Knowles Spa, that's the head office, and so we're gonna go by Spa and then come back and walk up Compton and show you the greater Pinetown from the Compton road side, and then from there we basically gonna go to the mall. I need to fit all of that within the 40 minutes space that I have. That's all I have. Okay, that's the head office of Spa. This one. All Spa in South Africa. The head office is here in Pinetown by Knowles Spa. Right. That's the magistrate court of Pinetown. Okay. That's how you enter the spa. We're not entering. We just look from across the palisade fencing. That's the spa. That's Crompton. That's Magistrates Court, and then that's basically now the actual spa down there. All right. When you go around this road at the curve, maybe we're gonna use it. We're not coming back this side. Okay, we're going back to Compton, but these sides behind have got a lot of student accommodation. All right. It's a very beautiful spa there. You're smelling its food from afar. The food is nice. I enjoyed this spa. So that's where I used to buy my meals, my breakfast. I bought it from here and kept it at the office. All right. Still the Magistrates Court, Umdoni Center. Pinetown was its own municipality, like Germiston in Johannesburg was. So when they created metros, they killed this city center per se, if I can put it that way. Alright, this is the best we can get of Nose Bar. I'm not gonna try and get any closer, sorry. We've got limited space in terms of videos. I just wanted, it's very beautiful inside, so that's it from this angle. And that's the road that I've just used, Magistrates Court, and then we're gonna go through here. But the main road is that side. We'll get across it. Okay. Konoshel Ongale Pambili, where the bus, basically the long distance bus, drops you down there by Shell, and then Pinetown Magistrates Court still. And then student accommodations this side, there's big ones for the UKZN, because there's another UKZN here. Beautiful Zulu sisters who sleep off the road, homeless. Siyabonga Mazulu awe ANC nawe enkatha. Thank you so much. Isitolo sezinto zesizulu because somZulu here. Adult world, yes, Pinetown is that kind of an area. It's the type of white people. That's Compton now. So we're going up. So I'm going to cross to the other side because you need to see the town that I'm not going to be getting to because of limitations in terms of video space. I'm passing next to Bongani Center, but you can see how beautiful Pinetown is. It is a beautiful city, and that street was converted to a mall, but it has been neglected. And then with the many illegals who have come to the country, it has basically devaluated. It's beautiful space. I tried to get accommodation in these flats. When I arrived, they were still neater than now. You can see that the Nigerians have come, and then I didn't get accommodation. This is the direction we're taking. So can I see Bowers? Alright. Furniture. Bowers Furniture is where I bought my furniture in Durban, actually, for the students. Alright, look at how beautiful this was designed. See, it's a very beautiful design. It's neat. It's supposed to be really a 4-star quality street, hawkers in demarcated areas, and then elegant. But it has been overridden by vagrants, honestly, especially the other side. It's better this side than the other side. That's Bongani Center right behind me. So I just wanted to show you these streets. We're gonna come across again. It is Hill Street. Okay, we are walking towards F&B, but I think I better cross to the other side so that we can see these buildings which are behind me. Bongani Center there. They want to renovate and upgrade, but I think it's the creation of investments and having office space occupied for that to happen. Okay, that's F&B, and that one, I forget what it is, and then go Richfield College, etc. There's a gym here. There's a gym at the space. Gym. Somebody's calling me. I can't pick up the phone. Alright, I want to show you these roads, so we're gonna have to go across. That's the library, that side. Library. It's busy. Hey, I am busy working. I don't know who it is. Maybe Ulfanolo, because I saw his missed call, so I'll check him later. That's the congested side of Pinetown. We're not gonna go there. At the Marabastad side of Pinetown, we don't have space to basically save or videoize further than this. And that's the library of Pinetown. We're still on Crompton basically, so that's the library of Pinetown. There's the other spot where they basically would drop you by the long distance buses here at McDonald. So if it wasn't McDonald, it would be at the Shell garage that I was showing you on the other side. The black building you're seeing there is the UKZN student accommodation. There's a lot of them in here because the Edgewood campus is basically here in Pinetown, which used to be the famous Edgewood Teachers College. So they took it. It's now the UKZN. Ever since the ANC destroyed teachers' colleges. Same, they've basically taken over into Meso College of Education, which was a very famous and respected teachers training college. So it is now a DUT campus into Meso. Alright. The rear via of Durban has not operated. It was completed somewhere in the year 2018. The taxi operators here have resisted it because it goes through Claremont and all of them. Now the ANC there is in trouble because those are their huge voters, or those were their huge, where they got most of their votes. So now if they basically destroy the taxi industry as per the intention of this system, they are gonna lose a lot of support. So that's the main road through Pinetown. There's gymnasia again further down there. I'm trying to get to the mall. There's that building written the crest there. It's known as Game. So that's where I'm going to. If you're taking this route, there's a lot of car dealership that side. We're not going there. There's another thing about Pinetown, a lot of car dealerships. And that's the other angle of the same Josiah Gumede road. Let's see this other Pinetown office places, the library, car dealerships, that direction in which we won't show at this stage because we've got limited storage and battery time. And then the driving school which I attended in 2016 was here. It's no longer there. And then I don't know, I think it's offices, it were a municipal civic center or something. Yeah. Okay. Let's basically check this from across the road maybe. I think it's municipal buildings or something. And then that one is written MTL house. I forget what it was used for in the past. We're going down to that one, that one at the corner there. That's the one we're going to use to the mall. So basically that's basically your city going back this direction. Alright, to Josiah Gumede. Alright. As you can see going down there, unfortunately we're not going through any of these other roads because we don't have storage space. We're just going straight to the mall. Okay, I was correct in saying the civic center. As you can see, Pinetown Civic Hall, that's basically where it's located. Alright. And then Mether, I've never been able to pronounce that name. Mether House. Crompton Street, we're still on Crompton Street. We're gonna go through in there. And there's a park behind, we're not going there. It's a very beautiful area going that direction. Fenham Ridge or something like that. And then you're going to New Germany and all those areas. That's where I drove basically. I drove a lot along there when I was basically attending that driving school. Alright, in 2016. So we go to King's, it's called King's Road. Now, as you can see, all the buses which are parked there for the UKZN students who are staying in that building, which was renovated, and as you can see how beautiful it is today. There's the Pinecrest Mall that you're seeing there, but it's called Game City. Mawuza no Pinecrest bazokuhlahlela amehlo. Kuka game. All right, thank you. Okay, it's KZT buses. No, it's not basically buses for the students. That's the park there. And then there's an uncoded language which is making suggestions as to what is happening in that park, which surely involves UKZN students. Alright, we know that many students, even as they have NEFSAs, they make extra cash by online prostitution, or as in virtual prostitution, or by contact prostitution. Should I call it that? Contact or virtual. All right, so that's UKZN. Because bayakushiya ne-imagination ukuthi uvele ucabanga ukuthi kwenzakalani, bavele bathi hey okwenzeka kule park basho njalo. So kusho ukuthi-ke kukhona-ke kuningi okwenzeka kule park. All right. Okay, that's the name, Kingswood. It's Kingswood campus. Seems like they are still repainting because the students are going to be occupying the space very soon. So Ole student housing, we have, it's like that one which was Four Seasons Hotel, which is also called Ole student housing. I don't know if it's the same guy or another company basically bought these buildings, but that's the guy who spearheaded basically the restoration of the city center in Durban, and even here in Pinetown, buying a lot of businesses or buildings and converting them to student accommodation and the likes. So this one is called Ole. Right. We are approaching Pinecrest Mall. I don't think there's anything to say about the park. It is the park. It used to be like elderly spaces. Elderly spaces have all been occupied with students, and then when you've got students, then you've got Nigerians who were brought to attack black South African excellence. So they basically bring drugs next to students, and therefore when you've got now drugs brought to students, then you've got vagrants who come and occupy the space, and therefore the elderly no longer get catered for. So these were spaces for a lot of elders who stay in that direction. It's beautiful suburbs going that way. All right, so they are now locked in their homes, unable to basically enjoy the green spaces that we created for Durban to be homely. But we know the ANC folk hate the family orientation design of the city of Durban as a whole. They want to create Dubai, so they are creating vagrancy in spaces to drive at certain people in order to then come and restore the cities in the form of what? Johannesburg dreams and Dubai dreams that they have. So that's the park. The quality. It was a beautiful park, you can see. Alright, and that's the duty student, the UKZN residents, Fisher stairs and everything. We're going to the gym. There was Planet Fitness up there in 2016. There's still Joshua Gomete, and then Pinecrest Mall. Okay. It's a beautiful mall within. It's a very beautiful mall inside. It is beautiful even here, nicely painted from outside to attract you. But I can say the street itself is no longer as clean as it was in 2016. All right, in 2016 it was much neater. I'm seeing a lot. You know what? Okay. let's just say the cleanliness levels have dropped here. All right. And I can see areas where basically the municipality is not cleaning at all. Pinecrest. All right, so as for that's the main entrance of Pinecrest Mall. That's the main entrance. That's the main entrance of Pinecrest Mall. We're gonna go in because at least no box are corner, because when I need to buy food for now and for the evening. I want chips. I haven't had chips, potato chips or oil chips, yeah, for a long time. Okay, this one is called, what is this one called? I'm not seeing the name. I always forget this place. I always forget its name. And then it doesn't help when they don't put signage to indicate what is this place. Itala ATM. Yeah, the issue of Itala Bank is really frustrating me. I think this is part of Itala Mall and the likes, because you can see Itala signage. All right. So that's basically Pinecrest Mall and this Itala Mall within the Pinetown CBD. So we're gonna go up around the corner. We're not going behind the Pinecrest Mall. We're just gonna go back to Josiah Gumede, taking this route, and that's the only Pinetown I'm gonna be able to show. Itala is breaking my heart. God help Itala. Back home loans is still having Pinecrest Mall over game. Still on this road. Hollywood Bets. Okay, we are now around the corner. We're going back to Crompton. So basically that is Pinecrest and that is Pinecrest Mall. Sorry. That's where we were at. Alright, this whole street. Okay, now we're going back. If you go this direction, that would be Fields Hill, and then we're going this direction. Hey, those ladies at the intersection there, especially the one with long braids. Yes, she's very beautiful. She's a supermodel. The Devon ladies we used to see on Smith Street. So we are on Anderson now. It will be the back entrances to Itala. Still Itala from the other angle. We came from that direction, so we're going back to Crompton. As you can see, at the corner of the congested side of Pinetown, you've got this huge ShopRite. That is where most of the taxis from township of the west of Durban, except the New Germany side with Claremont, Watabega. This one is going basically to your Kloof suburbs, Gerlitz, Hillcrest, all that direction. All right, that's the direction. It's going to connect to Fields Hill. That's where we're at. So I said we're not going across today. We're not ready. Around that corner, on that narrow road on the right hand side, you've got Highway Christian Church. It's a famous Pinetown church. It's a church which cares. I love that church. If I was staying in Pinetown, I would have attended Highway. I love their humility. It's a mixed church, yes, of course. So those ranks here, that's where you get taxis to Kwandengezi. But that's basically where you're getting, that's where they directed me. That's where I got taxis to West Town. So if you're coming from Durban and wanting to go to West Town by taxis, you're gonna have to come here to Pinetown. The main rank is not visible. Behind Pine Spring, 2 or 3 rows down, that's where the main rank is. But you're gonna have to walk and come behind ShopRite. That's where, am I right? Yeah, I think behind the ShopRite, that's where, if not behind ShopRite, it's the other one behind. That's where you get the taxis to West Town. Okay, the dysfunctional rear via of Durban. What I said about Johannesburg, why the rear via of Johannesburg managed to pass that easy, I said it's because the taxi industry was occupied by non-Zulus there. When, you know, the Zulus used to own the taxi industry. My other friend gets mad when I say that. I've never seen a person shaking in anger when I say the taxi industry was owned by Zulus. Hayi, the industry sikhule sazi ukuthi obaba usibanibani yibo ababeyiphethe bese ngiyambuza isibongo sika baba usibanibani ubani asho isibongo sesizulu. Ngithi how, angithi that is exactly what I'm saying, ukuthi i-taxi industry ibiphethwe amaZulu. Wathukuthela kangaka ma ngisho kanjalo, yabona yilezi bongo ke Nkosi yami sikhula sitshe ukuthi zisizulu kanti zisiswati. Uyathukuthela uthi umuntu uthukuthiswa ukuthi ngithi i-taxi industry yayiphethwe amaZulu, which is very true. So amaZulu abamba amavenda ngesandla ukuthi bangene kwi-industry. And then let's fast forward to 30 years after Zulus were destroyed. A lot of them did die. Bedutshulwa yinkabi zamaZulu ezithengwa obani, ezithengwa yilaba sebe-owna namhlanje taxi industry. Thank you. So Zulus got shot using Zulu inkabi by the nations which today own the taxi industry. So it is those nations who sold out the taxi industry because obviously they run Gauteng's nations of Limpopo. So they run Gauteng, they own Gauteng. Gauteng is their kingdom, all right, and then they don't want Zulu people there, all right. They just employ a few token to try and conceal their tribalism. So now, as a result, such projects passed easily in Johannesburg because of that. But here it is Zulu, the owners of the taxis. So in Zulus, as the owners of the taxis, they introduced the system of Ramaphosa and his white people, and it has not operated to this day. Because where Zulus are united, they have got power to resist that which destroys them. But when Zulus mix with these people we've been trying to mix with since Shaka's days and possibly even before, we get destroyed, we lose power, and those people we're trying to unite with, they destroy us. Like we can see what is happening in South Africa, even at Addington Primary. Their intention is to destroy the Zulu people. And the people who are affecting that are exactly the Limpopo folk, including Cyril Ramaphosa, who is actually Malawian, and there, Mabo Malema and the likes. So these are the people who are intent. If they were about unity, what's the unity when they basically usurp all these businesses for only themselves and sidelining Zulu people in all of them, being tenders in Johannesburg, being purging Zulus out of the taxi industry, being purging Zulus out of soccer and all sports fraternals and the likes, which they did for many years. So which side of unity is that? All right. So now here, where Zulu unity still exists, the taxi industry has won. A lot of work's happening in there. akambeki kahle ku-pavement ngama-construction lawo enzakalayo. Let's try again. China seat sekushiwo kanjalo, and then ngapha ama-foreigner as you can see. Alright, angithi sheshe icace-ke phela sigcwele ama-foreigner evele bele-disorder uyibona. uPedro nje uyena akasiboni isidingo sokuthi azameke ukuthi le area iqoqeke for the sake of their own business. Akasiboni isidingo. Pinetown, pavement they are narrow. Alright, so it's not very easy. So that's the link, and that's the direction. We're going back up there. Alright. Musungena Pinetown esidikidigini mara abastadi yase-Pinetown ngithe asingeni ngalapho at all. Alo mama phela ngizama ukumnikeza isikhala walokhu la eduzane kwami. Ungihambisa kabuhlungu from across the robot. I'm trying to give her space. Angimazi uyaphi, ngisabathe ngithi ula eduze kwami. The next thing kube ngathi umuntu umlandela kodwa uyena olokhu la eduze kwakho. You're trying to give space, she's still immediately behind me. Where is she going? Thank you, she has crossed to the other side. Now I can walk with freedom. I don't follow black ladies, elderly ladies, or any ladies behind. If we go into isolated spaces, I change direction. In the same way that I do some distancing, if I actually have to follow a group of endangered racial species who are forever scared of blacks, and so far in their being scared, only say 50,000 of them have died due to crime, whereas the blacks that they are scared of, 700,000 of us have died. We do not know how many blacks are killed directly by white people. We do not know how many white people are killed directly by black people. And then you hear crazy stats by racist whites which say the rate of killing of white people by who? Because it's not like all those white people were killed by blacks, okay? By the rate of murder of white people is higher than the rate of murder of black people, wherein they are factoring those percentages. Wonderful. But if you have got a functional brain, and then you remember why white people are being, or rather why criminals rob people. Criminals rob people for money or what they own or possess, so that basically they take it and it becomes theirs. That is what criminals do. Therefore, the people with the most money are whites. Now, why do you expect criminals to rob black people the most, as in by percentage? Though by count, criminals are killing a lot of black people by far. But since you are factoring in percentages, how about you also look at the fact that white people own most assets, they've got all the money, so therefore crime will be more directed at them as people who've got most of the cash. Why is that a racial issue, basically from the white people, accusing black people of targeting them in crime, whereas most people who are dying are black people by count? Percentage-wise, we don't know. I don't trust percentages of white people, especially of the DA, because they twist all these things to suit their agenda. Because they know the number of farmers, the white farmers who die per annum, but somehow the same people can't tell you how many black farmers are dying per annum. How many black farmers are dying per annum? So if you are saying there's a white genocide, you've got to make comparisons with what is happening to black farmers. Black farmers have lost all their livestock. They have been murdered themselves and the likes. And here's the truth. Who are black farmers? Every rural community of blacks are exactly farmers. How many rural blacks are dying per annum? Because those are farmers, whether they're small-scale farmers or informal traders or whatsoever, they are farmers. How many of them are dying? Okay, now how much livestock have white farmers lost versus livestock that black farmers have lost? Now, in the loss of livestock, let's cross over to the center. The reason I'm crossing over to the center is because there's these school kids. Lest I get in trouble again. Hey, the people in Johannesburg are irritating me, because it seems this is Bongani trying to call me. I don't have time to answer phone. I'm busy with the job that I'm doing here. All right, now, if you are basically what was my point? I'm saying, okay, black farmers, how much livestock have they lost? Maybe I can try and also include that area down the road. Let's try that, because it seems we still have space. Now, if you basically have all the stock loss that has been incurred by black farmers, can white people who are doing all these counts of genocide tell me where are our livestock disappearing to? So far, black people don't own butcheries. Butcheries are owned by whites and Indians, mainly by white people. And these cows that we are losing, they are not disappearing into thin air. One way or another, they end up in white butcheries. Can they help us, since they are having all these forensic powers and the likes, to see which white people are receiving our stolen cars for their butcheries? Thank you. Back to this corner, we've done around, and then we did start from this angle, Crompton, and then we went that direction. So I just want to show the car dealership this side, and then we stop. Okay, that's the library, I think, there. All right. And then basically you're going to the car dealerships on the other side. All right. That's the library. It requires a renovation. The parks to be redone. I think all this space used to be part of the library, but every park in Durban has been left to street dwellers. Okay, let's turn the camera now to the other side, because I don't want to have issues with those guys. I understand their privacy, especially being in that state that they are in, but I'm not so sure what we're supposed to do when we want to take pictures of certain areas and they happen to be there. So some of these things are just not correct, whichever way. Coming from that direction, and that is the library, and that's the civic center, and then we're going this direction. Maybe I'm gonna have, no, I can't cross over. I wanted to think maybe it's best to cross over because there's too many scholars, but no, I want to show this direction. I think it's all the residences there. Yes, it is the residences that I was pointing at from the other direction, because when I came from Knowles Bar, I was at that side. All right. It's very sad to learn that that beautiful premium Mercedes-Benz dealership basically failed. How sad. It was very beautiful. It is a safe area, so I'm not so sure what went wrong. I don't think it's bad location. As you can see, also BMW dealership is also at their unique corner away from all these colored car dealerships here. So maybe they should have brought them along here. But the Mercedes one is gone. A very beautiful building it was. Unfortunately, I didn't go further down, especially to the actual angle, which shows it very well. Because I got demoralized and disappointed when I noticed it's no longer operational. And also when you are basically following one person again, because even on that side there was one person that I was following and there was a lady, so I had to basically just turn back before she starts screaming, thinking what I'm following her. Because again, when I'm doing something which is not basically common, and therefore people wonder why you are videoizing and the likes. I don't have to answer any of them, but I understand it can cause discomfort at some stages. All right. It's Nando's, Bid West. We're still along the Josiah Gomede, Nando's. What Bongani is trying to do, okay, let me not speak over the phone like that, but I just don't want to be put in a corner where I'm saying, yes, you can give the rental to such and such, because when I say that, then I'll be saying stay. So I'm just keeping quiet. I think I just want to avoid responding. That's basically how it begins. Like I was saying, this freeway starts from that side and it goes to Queensbury and all those areas. So that's how it goes. So it's all the car dealerships. That's where we are going, that direction. So it goes to Queensbury, this direction. I think that's the one. Yeah. Finally, the message is showing. But then I'm running out of space. Okay, that's the road. There's the landmark that I told you about. The train was behind. Okay, I said that freeway that you were seeing down there comes up through here. That's the freeway. But the other side goes and joins N3. So then it goes this direction. I think this is where the buses are also supposed to be turning, and it goes to past New Germany, large industries that side, and then all the way down to Westville, and then it enters it enters the city as Bongani Road. Yes. So basically that's Bongani, Mustan. I'm only realizing this today. Check. All right. It's all the car dealerships, all the car dealerships. So this is where we're finishing off our walk tour of this beautiful city of Pinetown. So if you want to come and buy cars in Durban, these are some of the key areas where you come to buy. It's car dealership after car dealership. It's a very beautiful city, as you can see. And then yeah, that's basically it. At the robot there, that's where we'll switch off the camera. Okay, no, all right, the buses go around this way. So where's that one going there? Oh, it's gonna join this one further down the road by the nature reserve, because ultimately on the one freeway goes to Westville. Westville from this direction is close. You go that direction and you're already at Westville. If you're walking, maybe 1.5 hours. I don't know. Pre-owned and all those cars. Enjoy all of those pre-owned cars and the likes. All right. But staying in Pinetown, it's a correct choice. It's a beautiful, beautiful town. It's a great place to stay in the CBD as well. You can stay in the CBD. It's nice. Except those areas that I was showing you, they are the Maraba stud. All our cities now have Maraba studs. All right. The bus turns at this, or it's supposed to turn at this point. That's basically the freeway which takes you to Westville, I think. But the reality being, both of them are gonna be combining at some stage further down, because that's the main freeway that you saw there, that we went past, which I said goes past Queensbray up to Rosebray, and then it goes past Rosebray, it goes to Bluff. All right, so that main road or freeway is the one that entered Pinetown at that intersection there. And then but the buses are turning here. Leona Izobaina. This is the one that takes you up Cowies Hill, because Cowies Hill is up here. It goes really up, so we're not going there. So this is where we're finishing off our journey. The city, or rather the town, continues further. We're not going down that direction. So the rear via of Durban is supposed to then turn here and go to that road. You see, townships of Claremont and Guadabega are this direction. Still, that road also that we pass still takes you to those same township, New Germany, and all those areas. It's that side. So now, when you go past Claremont and Guadabega, you get to Guadabega Valley. Dearest, it's a road worth driving. You must see that road. It is serious mountains when you go that side. The Guadabega route, or maybe it's that one up there which is going Guadabega. Yeah, but this one itself, I think, I'm sorry guys, I don't know the directions here, but I think these two main roads, they combine at some point in the ahead to become one. No, one of them must go down to Westville, and then another one must go to Guadabega. One is going Guadabega, another is going to Pinetown, or to Westville. You must drive to the Guadabega one. Precious. All right, we're stopping here. This is where end our walk tour. Thank you.